Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm in a little bit of a different setup right now. This is not going to stay like this. I just have good lighting. So first of all, hello, my name is Katelyn. If you are new here, I post Disney videos and lifestyle kind of content here on my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, hello and welcome back. Thank you guys so much for being so understanding about me taking a little bit of a break last week with not posting. School had just all of a sudden like hit like a brick, and then just like with the weight of everything and the world going on, I just felt like it was a time for me to kind of like reflect a little bit. I wasn't staying silent. If you follow me on my Instagram, or you would know that obviously I've been posting and being a little bit more active there in conjunction with the Black Lives Matter. So I've just been like kind of taking the time to learn and read and just understand more and do more of that. So again, I'll have some links down in the description box below if you guys are interested in learning more, donating, signing, anything you can do. It'll be down in the description. But today I'm going to be doing a video all about probably one of my favorite things to make recently for a dinner meal. This has like been my go-to pasta recipe, and I don't like pasta. The dog's a barking. I don't like pasta, but this pasta, it's like not too overpowering. It's like really chill. Sorry, the dog. So this pasta is like not too overpowering. It's like not too creamy or saucy. It's like just the right amount, and it's just been like hitting the spot while the weather's been getting a little bit warmer, and we're kind of like transitioning from like those really like heavy meals to like a little bit lighter meals. But yeah, so this is the pasta that I've been making. So if you guys are interested in watching, just keep on watching. So we are now in the kitchen. The lighting's gonna be weird because there's like one really small window and that's about it. And you guys are sitting on the green bin right now. So basically all you're gonna need is pasta. This is definitely like not the healthiest option, but it's good. So just any kind of like spaghetti noodle pasta, any type of cherry tomatoes. We get this time we got the like colorful ones. And then you need some white balsamic vinegar, or you can use regular balsamic vinegar, but I've been liking the white one the best. Some extra virgin olive oil, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, some basil, which we have like a little planter on our windowsill that I'll grab some basil from. And then you also need some spinach, and then this is optional, but like I don't know why you wouldn't put it in, goat cheese. First thing you want to do is you want to start boiling your pasta, and then also on a different element on a pan you want to put a little bit of olive oil in, and put as much of the tomatoes in as you would want. Okay, so I have my water starting to boil right here. Once it starts boiling, then I'll put the pasta in, and then I'm just going to start doing the tomatoes. So right now, all you're gonna do is take your extra virgin olive oil. It can be regular olive oil, it really doesn't matter. And just put a little bit in the pan, and then just turn it onto a low heat. And that's kind of important in this because you don't want it being too hot, because then it's going to cook too fast and then it's not going to be ready like the same time as your what's this called? Pasta. Okay, this lighting is awful. Can I like block this out? So we also like to have garlic bread with ours too. You definitely don't need to do garlic bread, and if you do garlic bread, you can definitely make it from scratch. We do not. We get it from Costco. Like have like 3 things of like this, and it's perfect. So while I'm waiting for that to cook or heat up, I'm also heating up the oven to get that ready. Once you can like feel the heat coming off of the pan a little bit, all you want to do is add in your tomatoes, and you can use as many or as little as you want. I'm gonna make a little bit of extra, so that's how much I'm putting in. And then I'll add in a half a cup of water, and then all I'll do is put the lid on and let that simmer until they start to become like fragrant. Okay, so after a little while you're going to be able to start smelling them.
So if you just lift the lid, they'll just be like steaming and the water will be like bubbling, and some of them will start to like split open, kind of like that. You just want to leave it, but with a little bit uncovered so that some of the steam can get out, so that some of the water can evaporate. Once the water starts to boil, you just want to add in the biscotti. So you'll just want to lift the lid off of the tomatoes, and all you want to do really is, while the temperature is still on low, you just kind of like add everything to it. So I don't really measure anything, but I'll put some garlic powder in. I would say like maybe a tablespoon, and then I'll also put about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, maybe a little less than that. And then I just stir it up a little bit. Oh gosh. So try not to push on the tomatoes too much, because you want them to still stay pretty like solid, but they'll be really delicate. Like some of them will just break on their own, but as much as you can, don't break them. And then I will take my balsamic vinegar and I'll just add it to, and again, I don't really measure this either. It might be like about a fourth. And then again, you just want to stir it. I'm actually going to add a little bit of regular balsamic to it too, because this isn't enough. So if you were just using white, it would stay like fairly clear, but obviously if you're adding regular balsamic, it's going to go a little bit darker, but it still tastes the same, so it literally doesn't matter. Okay, and then you just mix this all together. And then you just want to let it reduce, which basically just means like leave it on low heat, let it kind of do its thing bubbling, and then it's going to get a little bit thicker. And yeah, so once it's cooked up a little bit more, then you'll want to add your basil. So I really like basil, so I put like a fair amount of it in, but it always takes me a little bit because I have to pick it off the tree or the plant. And the basil, and then again, just stir it in. And then now that it's a little bit thicker, I will add in the spinach. So spinach cooks down a lot, so you actually want to add like a decent amount of spinach in. Like I do like almost 2 full handfuls of it. And then you just kind of push it down a little bit. And I promise you, if you don't like spinach, you don't taste the spinach. It's just to add greens. Okay, so once it's pushed down a little bit, then you just want to cover and let it sit for like 2 minutes. So you just want to keep checking on the spinach. So see already, look how much less there is of that in there. So you just mix it in, get it all coated. And you don't want to cook it down too much. So this is actually perfect for me. So I'm just going to turn the heat off. I'm going to leave it on the same element and then just cover it. So once your pasta is done cooking, you just want to drain it and then let it sit over there for a second. And by over there, I mean in the sink. And then to make sure that it doesn't stick to the pot when you go to put it back in, you can put a little bit of butter or oil into the pot. Well, that was way too much. Now that the pot's like coated, you just want to dump the pasta back into the pot and give it a good stir in the butter. And then you can do it 2 ways. You can either dish out the pasta in your plate and then put the like the sauce on top, or you can just mix it all together. I like to just mix it all together, but you do whatever you want to do. So I just pick it up, pour it in the pot. And then once it's in the pot, you just want to stir it all together and try and be gentle with it, because again, you don't want to burst too many of the tomatoes, but you just want to make sure that the pasta is evenly coated. And then you just want to dish it into your bowl. And I don't have like a proper thing to do this. now what you want to do to add the finishing touch. And I don't measure this again because there's no point. So you just take some and then just crumple it on top. And if you like a lot of goat cheese, put a lot of goat cheese. If you don't like a lot of goat cheese, don't put a lot of goat cheese. We like a lot of goat cheese.
But definitely put a lot of goat cheese.
So we put a lot of goat cheese.
And there you have it, the finished goat cheese, tomato, basil, and spinach pasta. This is so easy to make and it is so delicious on a hot day. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!